Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are joined by Red Bull Summerberry, Juneberry, sorry, which is very delicious and sugar-free. But today I thought we would do a first impressions of the brand new Plouise palette. This is the World of Wonder palette. It lights up. It's pretty spectacular. As per usual with Plouise palettes, it's one of these massive palettes with the drawer that eventually slides out while you're holding it up. So not the most convenient packaging in the world, but very pretty. And when we do have our own place, these are definitely going on a shelf. But this is the palette we got in this month's budget box. It is all purples. So that is the top layer. And then here is the bottom layer. So I thought we would do a little first impressions today. See what I think of the palette. I'm really excited to play with it. I love a good purple. And I think purple shadows tell you a lot about brand. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'll leave everything else I'm wearing on my face in the description box. So I think I'm going to start out with this like periwinkle blue colour here. This is the shade Picturesque. And something to look in. This has got a giant mirror, but I know full well I'm just going to end up covering my face with it or dropping it or sticking my finger in it. So I'm just going to go for a little mirror. So this is Picturesque. Just going to pop this in the crease. I have already got some Too Faced Shadow Insurance on my lids. This is a really pretty colour. I feel like this would be cute, like as just like a one wash of colour kind of vibe. Not what we're going for today, but would be very cute as it. So that is looking cute. I'm just going to get something with a slightly bigger mirror because I can't see Jack in that tiny one. That shade is really beautiful. Like I said, it would be great like on its own on the lid, but it's also going to make a really great transition shade. Next, let's do Visualize, which is this one here. I'm just going to again tap my brush into that and pop it in the crease. Okay, so we're starting to build a little bit of depth here. That's looking beautiful with that periwinkle shade. I love lilacs, and I'm so tempted to stick to lilac for this look, but I'm like, no, we've got to use the deeper purples really. But I love lilac on the eye, like absolutely love it. Like this with like a really pretty shimmer, which this palette's got loads of like really duochromy shimmers in, would just be incredible. But I think we're actually going to do a spotlight eye today. I watched a TikTok the other day that was like, please can we bring back the spotlight eye? Or a halo eye, whatever you call it. And I was like, oh my god, I've not done one of those in forever. So I have been a little bit obsessed with doing them this past couple of weeks. Just because, like I said, I've not done one in forever. This is just creating a bit of a base for us to blend the really dark colours we're going to go in with into. So I'm going to stick with the bottom row, I think, and I'm going to go with Shining, which is this amazing like royal amethyst purple. I'm actually going to stick with this tiny brush. This is a Plouise 117, I think, Too Lost in My Blend. I haven't got many of their brushes, but I actually really like this one. And for a halo eye, it's one of those that as long as you go up in the colours, you can actually do the entire thing with it. So I'm just going to start with that shade on the inner corner, just to sort of gauge how pigmented it is. And what I tend to do when I'm doing a spotlight eye is I almost like wiggle it into the lash line to make sure you're getting that shadow as close as you can. And then we're just going to do some little blends around the edge. Now I'm going to pull out a slightly fluffier branding brush. This is a Lorac LP15. I'm going to go in with that lilac, that purpley shade, sorry, that we used before. So the visualize shade, and I'm just going to start working on that outer corner to make sure the purple is nice and blended, but we're not getting muddy. I actually think this might need a bit more depth. So I'm going to take, actually let's move over to the top. These are more sort of pinky purples, but I'm going to take Grant My Wish, which is this one in this corner here, which seems like a really like deep plummy purple. And we're just going to pack that on and see where that gets us. Yeah, that is giving me a bit more of like the depth than I want. There's some really, really deep, like almost browny purples in the top corner of this palette, but I do want to stick to something that is like true purple. And then just back in with Visualize to do the outer corner, make sure that's all nice and blended. And then we're going to go in with Picturesque, which is the periwinkle, and we're going to go right around the outside with that. And then just going to make sure that's nice and built up on my lash line. And I always like to slightly slant it, just because I think it makes that halo really pop. And then we are going to do the exact same thing on the inner corner. We're taking Shining. It's not the easiest thing to do when you've already got your base on. If I thought about doing a halo eye, I might not have done it this way, but there we go. I'm just going to press that in. We've got a bit of smoky going on in the inner corner, but that's fine. I'm going to go in with the darker shade and just press that in as well. And we're going to leave that little gap in the middle. Normally I find the outer corner needs less sort of pernickety blending, but I am just going to take the lilac shade, just make sure it's blended, and then back in with the periwinkle right at the top just to make sure everything's cohesive. And we are going to blend that out quite wide now with the periwinkle, just so we've got like a really smoky moment going on. So that is the look without shimmer. I'm just going to go do the other eye, and then we'll whiz through that and I will do the shimmer, which I'm very excited about. Right, okay, so that is the eyes. Right, okay, so that is like the dark bit of the eyes done. Just going to take a flat brush now and we're going to pack on some shimmer. Okay, so I think we're going to go with the bottom layer shimmers because they're all a little bit lighter. This is difficult. This one is Discover. It's pretty. We've got Life Changing, which is this lighter one here, and then we've got Night Sky. These are all really pretty. I think I'm going to go with Life Changing, which is this one. Yeah. So, absolute favourite brush for shimmers, M15 from by Jungle. And I'm just going to take that shade and I'm going to pack it on the lid. I'm not going to use any glitter fix gel for now. We'll see how it packs on, and then if we need it, I will pop it down. But normally, Plouise shimmers normally pack down quite well. She's pretty. She's not quite giving everything that I require of her yet. So we're just going to try and like build it up a little bit. Okay, that's more like it. Definitely would say now after using this that I would probably glitter fix gel next time. I love the Pro Glutz one, the NYX one's great, but considering it's got nothing underneath it, it does look really nice. I think it probably does need something slightly sticky just for it to really pop. We're going to do the under eyes now, and I'm going to take one of these pinky lilacs, I think, from the top row. I'm going to go in with Charmed, I think, which is this one here. And we're just going to run that under the lower lash line. And we're going to go right all the way into the inner corner. always think with Halo Eyes it ends up looking a bit bare if you don't go right into the inner corner, because obviously your deep shadow is already all the way up there. So I tend to like to go with a corresponding colour. So that's that, and then I am just going to take my M15 again, and I'm going to take Genie, I think, which literally looks like it's like a purple with like reflective glitters in it, which is beautiful. I'm just going to pop this, I'm going to use the end of my brush right in the middle there, just to add a little bit of extra sparkles, and I'm also going to pop that in the inner corner. Okay, so I'm just going to go away, I'm going to put some lashes on, and I'm going to come back and give you my final thoughts on the palette. And I'm also just going to pop on a bit of the Pro Glutz multichrome sticks. They're like eyeshadows and highlighters. I'm just going to use the lilac-y one on my brow bone just to tie everything together. I really, really like these. And when she reopens her shop, if you haven't got them already, I really, really recommend them. I don't know whether you can see how reflective they are in the camera, but they are absolutely stunning, and I love them for under the brow. I also love doing them like under the brow and in the inner corner when I'm just wearing mascara. It looks amazing. Okay, so this is the finished look. I am really impressed with this palette. As I said before, the packaging is beautiful, if not hella massive and a bit annoying. But these shadows are great. I wasn't sure what to expect from this with it being an all purple palette, and as I said at the beginning, purples are notoriously hard to formulate, but I think Plouise smashed it. As you can see, these shimmers are quite soft, like there's no embossing in the pans left on the ones that I have used, but I expected that because all her shimmers are that kind of formula. So I really like this. If you are into purples, I'd really recommend picking this up. It's definitely worth checking TikTok shop because they have some great offers on there. But I'm really impressed, and if you've got the space to store it, I think it's great. So I do hope you did enjoy this video. If you tried this palette, let me know what you think. How do you feel about purples on the eye? Let me know in the comments down below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you'd like to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to make sure you never miss another video, hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post. You've been fabulous. I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye!